What it do, snackers, snackettes, and snackx. This is your boy Gage. I'm here with Jokes. I'm here with Sin. And you are now tuned in to Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about all the things that are happening in pop culture. And today,
Hey.
We're going to be moving fast. We got so much news. There's so much to talk about. There's a lot that's happening. But first, Jokes, you got a job to do.
Yes, sir.
While Jokes is working on his job, Jokes, I assume that the chat is working for you right now. Everything's
Chat
good.
is popping up on there. I actually got to put up a couple so folks can see.
Excellent, great.
It is working for me today.
Oh, you buddy, you got
chat
it.
Chat is up there.
That screen. I like it.
Hey,
got folks in the building.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for jumping in, tuning in, hanging out with us. So good to see all of you. So happy to have you here with us, hanging out. Jokes is putting up that Beacons link for us. If you're new here or you're not, hit the Beacons link. It's a great way to make sure that you're able to follow us everywhere that we are, because we're doing a lot of things in a lot of places, and we're on all the platforms that we can possibly be on, and that we can remember to post on. That's kind of what that is. It's kind of what that is. Most importantly, sort of, Patreon, which we have recently updated with a bunch of new tiers. There's a lot new there to go and look at and check out. And so if you are familiar with the fact that we're on Patreon, but you haven't been there in a while to check it out, I highly suggest you do that. I am positive that there is a tier there for you. Yes. Speaking of Patreon, Sin, you have a job to do.
I do. So let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Susan Deutsch, Marcus Houston, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, and Jonathan Sosa. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
You had to take a breath. I see you had to take a breath.
Yeah. Just,
He was trying to, listen, it's that thing. He's trying to make sure he does it from memory, trying not to sneak and look at the screen and do it. So,
it's like, no, that screen is that screen is bright, dog. Like, I don't want to hear shine in my eye. Like, it's,
it's cool, bro. You know what I mean? It's totally cool. Again, thank y'all for joining us on this wonderful, lovely Sky Tuesday.
Here we go.
It's wonderful to have you. We stand now with 2 hands and 1 eye. But it is exactly what you think.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That might be the best one I heard in a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Heather, it is always a pleasure to have you.
Oh my gosh.
Look, again, speaking of Patreon, the question of the month for Patreon is currently live. We do have a couple of suggestions in there. We will be recording that in the next few days. So if you haven't already, please go there. Leave your suggestions for what the question of the month should be for Patreon. We answer that in Patreon, and we only post it to Patreon. So please do that. We're looking for that. Next week, gotta get a little housekeeping out of the way. You okay? Are you okay, Sin?
I'm still laughing at that last comment. I'm sorry. Just go ahead.
That was good, wasn't it?
It was a good one.
Think about changing all your socials?
No. But I'll acclimate it in some way. It's cool.
Okay. I like it.
Had to boot somebody.
Oh, really? I like it.
Yes. Next week we will be live for Loading Snacks Weekly on Monday. Not Tuesday. On Monday. Same non-superhero time. Different day. So, some of y'all caught that. We have a special guest that can't do Tuesday. We really want this guest on the show. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, but I think what they're doing is pretty dope, and it is something to look forward to. And so it's important enough and cool enough that I think it's worth moving it to Monday. So we're going to move the show to Monday. It doesn't mean we won't pop up for like a super secret show on Tuesday. But then I guess it's not a secret if I just told you that we might do it. But maybe we won't do it. So then if we do it, maybe it is a secret.
Ooh.
It remains to be seen. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about, man. D23 was this past week/weekend. So much news, so much happening, so much going on. I don't know. I guess I do know where to begin. I'm going to start at the top of my list, my personal list. And here's how I want to do it. Like this. Pow.
It's life.
I want to see about this.
But
Jedi.
You must face death. Honor it. Do not fear it. Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Oh,
Master
okay.
Dooku.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Master, stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan. Again.
Dooku, stand down.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness. Let's hope all that training pays off.
It's about to go down.
And who might you be?
Shorts, bruh.
That's gonna be a problem. Well, why do they gotta be shorts?
Here's the thing. They're shorts, but they're all streaming. They're all available the same day. That's what it said. So they're all going to be available October 26th. So I'm just going to tell you right now, bro. I'm in. And here's the thing. I'm going to stand by this. I think the best Star Wars content that has ever been released, animated or otherwise, like video-wise, is the shorts that they did on Cartoon Network. Gendy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, and they are the best joints. And some of them don't have. They're not even talking. It's just let's get it on. Let's make it pop.
Facts.
I don't think it's Hayden. I think it's the same dude that did the voice in the Clone Wars, which was a pretty. Yeah.
Listen. This is probably the most excited I've been about a Star Wars thing in a very long time.
Okay.
In a very, very long time. Like, it's not that, like, again, like, I like Star Wars. I wouldn't go so far as to say I love Star Wars, but I really like Star Wars, and I think there's so much potential there, and I just feel like they keep just missing it. Like, some things are on, certain things are off, and I feel like they keep, like, they just miss it. They're just missing it, man. I just think there's a lot of potential right now for them to, like, knock this joint out of the park. And because they're shorts, let's get in, let's tell something dope, and let's get out. And if they do that right, they'll either try to turn it into a show or they'll give us more shorts, and I'll be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what I'm
think we
saying?
get more shorts.
I do too.
That's
I really do. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And 4K.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. D23 just kept smacking us in the head. We got a new Andor trailer. Not gonna watch the Andor trailer.
Yeah, that show will be here in a minute. Anyway.
Exactly.
3 episodes right off the break.
Yeah, we got the new we got like 2 new Andor trailers actually, and then we got like a behind the scenes, like a short, like featurette that was actually pretty good. And I'm like, they might actually be doing something with this too. However, then they did this.
What they do? Oh, my guy.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of 2. But you have removed your helmet. Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Your cult fractured our people. Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
No, he is.
Hey,
let's go. 2023.
I'm all about it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm all about it, bro.
Like, I'm excited.
The music is right again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they change it. They change it, but yet it's still the same, and I love it.
That same energy. That
Really
whatever
does.
they got going. I don't know what they're doing back there, bro.
The little alien choir, or whatever was
Whatever
going
that little
on.
Ewok thing is that's going on in the background, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They continue to hit us in the head. Y'all want to watch another one?
Go for it.
Let's go.
You ain't got to tell me twice. Let's pop it on and begin.
Actually, Tony, that was the first time I saw George Jump. I did not watch it. So, yeah.
No, I specifically do not watch the trailers that I'm sure pretty much that we're going to watch here.
Correct.
I do that on purpose.
This idea.
Oh my God, this music.
Goosebumps, yo.
No, that was the straight.
Part of that
Oh, for real? That's where we at? We going to karaoke? Jokes?
Yes.
Bruh, listen. Hey, saying you going to the theater to see it?
I haven't decided yet.
No, this is a theater one. I'm sorry.
Understand, Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie. Period, point blank. It's not changing. It is what it is.
Uh-huh.
I have not seen any of the live action adaptions yet. I do want to see this one. I don't know if I'm going to go to the movies to see it.
Well, I'm in there.
I'm seeing this on IMAX.
For the fight alone, bro, because the backlash is real. However,
yes, it
is. Backlash is very real. Yeah.
Speaking of which, since that did happen, it has been decided the original animated Little Mermaid from Disney on Disney Plus is the Lotus Ass Movie Club movie of the month. So we will be watching that and then having a discussion about it in a couple of weeks' time. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. They also showed there's a trailer for a Werewolf by Night, which I think looks good. What's up, Alfonso?
What up, Alfonso?
Not gonna show that trailer here. This is already a trailer heavy show. We're like not even 20 minutes in, and we're like 4 trailers in. Like
trailers. You get a trailer. You get a trailer.
Yeah.
Pretty much trailers. Everybody
has a trailer. We're not gonna watch all the trailers. We just can't. I just can't do all that. Werewolf by Night, which I think is super interesting that they're doing that to begin with. I think it's cool. One of the things I will say is that I did, watch some background information on it, and like they were saying, like, yeah, it's got like a comedy hint to it, but like people think they're not going to be scared. No, this joint is going to have, like, I guarantee you there will be moments when people are scared for it. You know what I mean? Cuddy says the hate for Black Ariel is so crazy because this was announced like well over a year now. Listen, here's what you have to understand, Cuddy. You happen to reside in the same world that we reside in, where this information is old information because of the kind of people we are and the things that we pay attention to in this pop culture world. But for the majority of individuals, D23 and an actual trailer that shows it is the first time that the majority of people are seeing it, hearing it, and learning about it. So while it has already been a thing and has already been an issue, now it's more of an issue because they've seen it. Like
they've seen it. It's like it's real now.
You are Ariel. Okay.
Yeah. Or that ain't Ariel. Listen, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I've seen some really good responses to some of the things that have been said. And they don't need it. We can touch base on the backlash on another show. There's too much.
Listen, all I care is when she started singing, I was like, that made the ears ring. I was like,
facts, J. Robert Lee. Yeah, she hit the notes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it is what it is. I don't.
But folks will be folks. It will never change, sadly.
Listen, man. Never say never, jokes.
I know.
It might not happen in your lifetime. You know what I mean?
We may not see the day.
I mean, look. Here's what I'll say. There's always a silver lining, whether you can see that silver lining or not. And the fact that we have an Ariel from Disney that is black is progress no matter how you look at it, right? So people are going to be upset. Some people need to be upset because sometimes you have to upset the, if you don't push the boundaries, if you don't push back, if you don't, that's why things stay ways we don't want them to. That means we're talking about it, but we're not doing anything about it. You know what I mean? We're not pushing that. And so it has to happen, it has to hit, it has to work, it has to do well for people to go, you know what, that wasn't so bad. You know what I mean? There's people who aren't really angry about it. They're just like, that's not what I grew up with. So there's always going to be some of that too. That's not my favorite. That's not my original. That's not the one that I grew up with. That wasn't. So there's some of that that's mixed in with it too. You know, and until you do it and people see it, man, that was really good. You know, whatever. Like, you just don't. When they did Little Mermaid live, which wasn't great, but Ariel also wasn't white, right? They had the same young lady that played Moana played Ariel in that, and I you know, I guess people didn't care that Queen Latifah was Ursula because Ursula's purple. Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. J. Robert D said, honestly, I don't care about these live action remakes because they're just copyright trademark grabs. Because of idiots, I will probably see it just to lend my financial support. Money where mouth. Do you think they're just cat? I think that I disagree. Completely disagree. I 100% disagree because for something to just be a cash grab, they would simply re-release the movie to the theaters like they have done for cash grabs in years past.
HD and release the HD. That'd have been it.
Joint and put it back in the theater. Take a movie, put it in the Disney vault for 10 years, and then re-release it. And you can't get it again if you don't. No way to have it for however long. They didn't even used to tell you there was the Disney vault had always been a thing. They didn't tell you there was a Disney vault though until people started to figure it out. DVD hit, and it was like, well, we have to tell people there's a Disney vault now because the original plan behind the Disney vault was, well, everything's on VHS. The idea was you'll buy it, we take it off the shelves, and you'll watch it so much that when we put it out again on VHS, you'll have to buy it again because your tape
you wore that zone out.
You wore it out. So now you have to buy it again. Like that's always that's a
I've done that.
Yep. That's it's totally different to actually spend the money to hire the people to do the songs, to shoot the movie, to do the CG. That's not a cash grab. Is it a good move for them? Could it be lucrative for them? Absolutely. But cash grab makes it sound like they're not doing anything
different. These are complete like brand new creations that they're doing, and not to mention too, bringing them to newer generations. Because like even though like some of the movies, like I'm sure parents have shown their kids, you know, Lion King and all of those, but some kids probably it is now.
Like again, we're gonna watch Little Mermaid this month on Disney Plus. There's no reason to release another movie. You can just watch the one that's already there. You don't have like, you know what I mean? Like it's in 4K, like it's there for you. If you really want it, you can just watch it. You know what I mean? My man said looking forward to 4 new songs. I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
I'm good. You know, I said that like, originally about Aladdin. But what's her face did? What was the name of the song? I can't think of the name of it.
I can tell you right now that whatever it is you're going to say is dark.
Look, I'm looking forward to the songs that I grew up with. Hearing Haley do them live. I'm looking forward to hearing those. I love all those songs. The new songs, Speechless. I don't know how they're going to hit, so I'm not looking forward or to hearing any one of those. I just want to hear the originals. You know what I mean? Going into
look, I know. Let me. Okay, listen. I'm not. I am not. Look, I'm not opposed to new songs completely. I'm just not excited about them. That doesn't mean they can't hit. You're again right. For a new audience and for new people and whatever, and that doesn't mean they won't hit for me. I'm not. I won't take that away. There are so many things.
The nostalgia factor of me. I want to hear her do those.
Oh no, I definitely want to hear her do all the
songs. Like, listen, I'm not looking.
The Aladdin movie was a fluke.
I actually like the Aladdin. Like The only one right now out of the Disney live actions that they've done that
the live actions, okay.
The live actions I just can't is The Lion King, but the rest of them I've been pretty okay with.
Did you like Mulan?
Mulan was okay.
Oh no, Mulan I did actually watch.
Mulan was cool.
Yeah, it was just it was a different take on music. That was the only.
Well, they didn't have the singing songs. The music was there. It was like background kind of music, like stuff like that. Like, but it wasn't like the whole. They're putting on the musical and
hey, bro, ain't nobody make a man out of you. That's what I can tell you. That's what I can tell you. Ain't nobody make a man out of you.
You did.
Yep.
You said about the animated version?
Yes. Beauty and the Beast was
talking
great.
about the live action.
Live action. That joint is clean.
Yeah, I love that joint.
It's clean. I'm gonna tell you what else was really good. The Jungle Book. Jungle Book joint. You know what? That joint.
I watched the Jungle Book. The live action Jungle Book.
It's clean. Very well done.
I'm not a Jungle Book fan, so I've never.
Which is cool. Jungle Book got some great music in it too, though. But Jungle Book was good. Look, they're gonna keep doing the live action thing, man. The mistake they made with Lion King, they tried to make it look like a nature documentary.
Oh, great. Well, too bad. Too many people went and saw it and made the money. So you know what?
It looked great.
Getting another one.
It looked great. It looked incredible. It just the feeling wasn't there because it's like those quiet, weird kind of shots. Anyway, we got so much to talk about. We got to move on. We need to talk about the Thunderbolts. We need to talk about the Thunderbolts. We have to talk about the Thunderbolts. We've been talking about the Thunderbolts for like 4 years or something, bro. We've been talking
saying.
I'm so excited for the Thunderbolts. I'm so excited for the Thunderbolts.
Why are you excited? Talk to me, Sin.
Don't like. We've been looking for it, like we said. We've been looking for the Thunderbolts for all this time. We've been speculating on who's going to be on the roster, and to actually see the roster. No, the fact that Winter Soldier's on it took me for a laugh. Didn't see that coming at all. And you know what I'm saying? That's one of my guys in the MCU. So that excited me. And just seeing like the whole cast, like it's him, it's Black Widow's sister, Yelena, whatever. It looks like she's heading it, whatever. So I'm so excited because I love her. Her character right now.
You have Allegra?
Yeah.
Tessa Allegra. We have Allegra. We have Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
We have Red Guardian.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny.
We have Yelena. We have Winter Soldier, which is crazy. We have U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent, dog.
Yeah.
Yelena and her father and just Winter Soldier and U.S. Agent is enough right now.
That's content-wise.
Yes.
The interesting one for me is going to be what they're going to do with Taskmaster. I want to see what they're going to do with Taskmaster.
So here's the thing. So Heather brought out a good point that somebody said that they're all like failed experiments. Here's what I see. With the exception of Black Widow, of Yelena, and Ghost, they're basically all failed super soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
They are all attempts to recreate the original Captain America, super soldier. So, I mean, Taskmaster's kind of iffy. Like, I don't really like what they've done with Taskmaster compared to what the original character is. We kind of have to see, what they do with that. But New Avengers, because Feige said the OG Avengers are disassembled, this lineup can be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I don't really think this is New Avengers, though.
No, it's just there. I think this is, since Kevin Feige officially said that they had disassembled, my guess is maybe something happens, and since there are no Avengers, they put them together to kind of be the deterrent, whatever.
Well, again, if you look at what happened at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier when she approached U.S. Agent, and there has been a need. Technically speaking, the government attempted to control the Avengers, and that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tried to have them sign the Accords. They split up. They fought each other. But there's never been a team that is sanctioned by the U.S. government to go and do things, which is more or less what the Thunderbolts are. They mostly got used, and what most people would know from the comic books is them in Civil War being used to hunt down people who did not sign the Accords. That's not where we are. That doesn't mean they won't get used to find or hunt down mutants or to whatever, because there could be things like that coming down the pipe. It remains to be seen exactly what a new Captain America movie is like without Avengers around and with no other people to like kind of tell what to do in command. But technically, he does have that. He is a U.S. sanctioned person. There's no Avengers, but he's kind of in that vein. The Thunderbolts is extreme, and I don't think they revealed all the characters. That's the other thing. I think there are characters that remain to be seen, and I think Red Hulk is one of them. T-Bolt's government putting together their own ops team. I don't see them staying under the government thumb for long. So I do think they'll still be, I think they'll be under the government's thumb, but I think they're going to do what they want. I think that Contessa has connections to people that go a little bit above and slash beyond government or shield kind of thing. I think that's dope that he's a new Falcon too, because it makes sense.
How it happened.
That makes sense. Again, I think we get a Red Hulk. Obviously, we don't have Thunderbolt Ross to use anymore because William Hurt passed away, so we'll have to see how they handle that. But if you just kind of look at the way that they put the characters on screen, there's just a lot of space either behind him or to that one
just
side.
Really throw him in the back.
Something over there. And the fact that we have a She-Hulk now and that our Hulk is going off to Sakaar and
somebody in the show is trying to get her DNA, you know what I mean? Like
exactly. And Abomination is now free.
Yeah.
we got multiverse.
Not allowed to do A, B, or C for fear of getting thrown back in jail. It's just a perfect way for them to run up and be like, well, we didn't get her DNA, but we can take yours or whatever it is. All the scenery. There's so much potential in what they're doing with this. And the fact that it's a movie is also kind of exciting for me. This felt like the kind of thing that they would have done and just made it into a show or something like that. It being a movie just feels good. I just know that like they haven't seen the script yet, or at least if they have, they can't talk about it or whatever. They're not even filming yet. They don't start filming until next year. So any number of things could change between now and then. There's so much happening in the MCU consistently that how that will affect what that team is and how that team works still obviously remains to be seen.
So many shows to come out still. Yeah.
So much happening. Much happening. So yeah, I think that's enough for D23. Because we got Nintendo stuff to talk about and Xbox stuff to talk about and PlayStation stuff to talk about and just there's stuff. Sin.
Yes, sir.
Did you see there was an article last week about Sony, about Jim Ryan saying that Microsoft's offer for Call of Duty was an inadequate offer? Did you see that?
I did see that.
Why are you chuckling?
No, I saw it. Yeah, he was hot. Hey, he had smoke coming out of his ears when he was typing that.
So look, for those of you who are unaware or don't know, we've talked many times on this show about what's going on with Microsoft making the attempt to purchase Activision, which owns Call of Duty. And Call of Duty is really the giant elephant in the room. You know, Sony has made statements to like the Brazilian, essentially their version of like the FCC, you know, saying that Call of Duty is such a big deal that it you know, if like there's nothing that can compete with it, and there's no way to make anything that can compete with it. Microsoft kind of tried to play that down, like it ain't that good. You know, like no, but it ain't that good. Even though it's like the number one selling joint like of all time, like every year, like that joint comes out at the end of the year and outsells everything else. It's kind of crazy. But there was 2 weeks ago, Phil Spencer, in an article to Bloomberg, actually might have been to The Verge. I'm going to read this article from The Verge. This is Tom Warren at The Verge. So, and this will kind of give us the rundown. So Sony has labeled Microsoft's offer to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation inadequate on many levels. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer revealed to The Verge last week, so this is 2 weeks ago, that the company is committed to keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation for several more years beyond the existing marketing deal Sony has with Activision. Yeah. I want to stop there for a moment. Again, we talked about this a little bit. They have repeatedly said this, like, we're not trying to take it away.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep it on there. They offered it for a few more years. There was speculation that it was like a 2-year thing or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jim Ryan, in a response, made a statement to GameIndustry.biz saying, Microsoft has only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. Now, I want your take on that piece, that statement there. Jokes, where are you on that?
I think Microsoft did a great job of saying we're going to actually extend things out and let you guys keep Call of Duty for a little bit longer. That's not to say they may go back on that later and say, you know what, it's going to stay there. But PlayStation acting like a game being on a platform, only one platform, is something new. Like, there can be exclusive titles. I'm sorry, y'all. Deal with it. Like, make something else. Like, don't get me wrong. Call of Duty is an anomaly, and nothing, for the most part, is going to touch Call of Duty. But go into your bag and make something unique for the PlayStation platform. Like, I do feel bad that, like, so let's say 3 years passes and Microsoft doesn't change it and Call of Duty is no longer on PlayStation. I do feel bad that folks that have PlayStations won't be able to play Call of Duty. They'll have to end up getting an Xbox or don't go into Game Pass. So if you got PC, you're going to end up being good probably when it comes out. But it's nothing new about a game, a big title, let's just say a big title, being only on one platform. Mm-hmm. I think PlayStation is they're just crying. They're just crying right now.
Sam, where are you?
Man, you gotta shut your ass up with all this crying. Look, console wars. Like, you lost in this case. It is what it is. Y'all took Street Fighter years ago. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have that now.
That was fine.
That no problem whatsoever. All right, so now it looks like they might be getting Call of Duty. He's extended, you know what I'm saying, for another 3 years after the deal. Like, it's cool. Like, I
appreciate your time, J. Robert Deans. Thanks for hanging out tonight, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks, J. Robert. Like, yeah. I get the upset, and you want to run the Twitter and the social networks to put it out there.
I want Call of Duty.
This is a disrespect to our players and everything. Like, I understand why you're upset. And look, yes, Xbox could be losing a lot of money by not keeping it on the PlayStation platforms, but dog, when this deal goes through, it is what it is. Like, I
want to read this part. So this is another quote from Jim Ryan, and this is what it says. I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business decision, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum. So he's saying he only even brought this up because Phil Spencer spoke to The Verge the week before and said, hey, we offered to keep it on there for several more years. So his rebuttal to that is this. No, they offered 3 years, and that's not good enough. And so maybe that means that there either was or was supposed to be some ongoing discussion about what else they could do or what could happen going forward or something like that. And because he, put that information out there, I think, a lot of what this is going back and forth and trying to make each other look bad, not just in front of all of the boards that have to make the decision about whether or not this Activision deal goes through for Microsoft, but public facing in front of your consumers, right? Yeah. For a lot of people, they kind of don't care where they play Call of Duty. Nope. They just care about Call of Duty. And so when you take that away, look, Microsoft is not going to allow Sony to do what they've been doing, which is like, oh yeah, it can be cross play, but like if it's cross play, you have to pay us extra money. You know what I mean? Or something along those lines, right? So, that changes things. Sam, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thanks for jumping in. Look, Phil Spencer's response to that was, Microsoft's offer goes well beyond typical gaming industry agreements, which I think is probably the case. I think most times you're looking at a 1 year, maybe 2 year at best agreement. I think that, Phil coming out like 2 weeks ago and saying, they're specifically inking deals with people to keep games off of Game Pass. Like they're specifically trying to keep people out of our ecosystem. So this is all fair play, right? And the fact that we even offered, regardless of whether or not you like the deal or not, the fact that we offered it, again, I think a typical deal, as far as what we've seen, again, we don't play on the inside, but from what we've seen on the outside, usually you're talking 1 year exclusives, right? That's usually what you get with something like that. So to offer you to be able to have something that really does belong to somebody else for a 3 year period of time I think actually is a good offer. I can understand where he's coming from. Here's the way I look at it. I'm assuming that based on what gaming deals normally are, that Sony had a deal with Activision that was designed to last 2 years, probably another 2 years. Maybe it was a 3 year deal and it was designed to last another 2 years. And Phil offered another 3 years on top of that. So that's another 5 years, right? Which 5 years is a lot of time when you really think about it. However, 3 years for me, when I think about the way the gaming business works, is right about exactly where it would be when it's time to start putting out new consoles and replacing this generation of consoles with another generation of consoles. And so,
not only that, that's probably just 2 games. Like, in the span of like how long it takes to develop and put stuff out, you know what I mean? Well,
if they're already in the cycle, I know Microsoft, said they're going to switch and go to the 2 year cycle. I feel like doing 3 years gives each one of the teams now that last final. This is the last one under the set of the yearly cycle for it. So I feel like that would give at least 2, maybe the 3rd iteration if you include Modern Warfare that's coming out this year.
Look, it might be 1 game. It depends on what they do. Again, look, whether or not you get what's going to happen with Call of Duty as a franchise in terms of whether you get a single player story driven blase blah on top of the multiplayer versus what's going on with what they have that as a standalone free to play Call of Duty multiplayer thing, like that could continue to live on anyway, right? They could do that deal any number of ways. Him just saying, like, we don't know what's written in there, right? If it's just like Call of Duty can be on PlayStation for another 3 years, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean everything is Call of Duty. It could be Call of Duty, the main game, can be on there, but you don't get Warzone. Or you get Warzone, but you don't get, whatever. Even in that time frame, the idea of, I don't care about Call of Duty unless Treyarch Zombies. But again, that's multiplayer, and that's always baked into the single player game. But what they could do with the franchise once Microsoft has control of it, could just be like, oh yeah, let's just do like a zombie spinoff joint, just put it on Game Pass. Like they could do any number of things with it, right? What could happen to what the experience is like playing Call of Duty on PlayStation? Not that they're gonna dumb it down or make it worse or whatever,
right?
But if Microsoft, as the owner of that franchise, charges the $70 that it would appear Sony is forcing them to charge, right? If it's going to be on PlayStation 5, it has to be $70. That's their rule, right? But if you're playing on Xbox, it's only $60. It's $10 cheaper. Or if you have Game Pass, you don't have to pay for it at all. What do you think people are going to do? And you can do it, and you can like stream it and play it with a PlayStation controller if you want to.
They're going to be tight, and they're going to want to fight it, but they're going to give in eventually.
It's not the fact of giving in; they're going to lose.
They're pushing it to PC. Really looking to again. Look, here's the other part of that you have to understand. You brought up Street Fighter, which is a great point. but has nowhere near the kind of saturation. For as old as that franchise is, has nowhere near the kind of saturation that Call of Duty is. It's not even close. It's not even close to close, right? However, not only did Sony get the exclusive rights to the last Street Fighter game for the entire generation, right? The entire generation, but they also bought Evo. So all these games, not only you can only play them there, right? And we own the #1 gaming competitives, like we own it. It's ours.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that with Activision, Microsoft is getting Major League Gaming. That they get King for the mobile. They get, so again, this isn't just about Call of Duty. Call of Duty is the thing that they're putting on the forefront. It's the headlines, right? But trust me, on the back end, what Sony and Microsoft are thinking about, talking about, what is in discussion and what's going on and what's on paper is much more than just that title. But that title defines the industry in a lot of ways. It just is. That's just what it is. I think it's interesting what the rhetoric is and how much back and forth, because we really don't know what the current deal is that they had with Activision anyway. Right? For all we know, the deal they had with Activision was for 5 years, and they might be getting another 3 years on top of that. Like we don't know. So without that information, it's relatively impossible to really know what that means. Another 3 years, right? However, I do understand Jim Ryan saying, this doesn't, like, Call of Duty's been on PlayStation for 20 years. I mean, Call of Duty 2 was an Xbox exclusive because there was no PlayStation 3. Like, that's just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Final Fantasy 16, it's okay for that to be exclusive? I'm just saying, like, it just, it's a lot of that. There's a lot of back and forth, and I'm surprised that Phil hasn't really responded to that just yet. I mean, other than
I feel like he's going to subtly
saying,
do
like,
it.
we feel like our offer was more than adequate, like was like, you know what I mean, is beyond industry standard, which it is, and I'm positive that they have the paperwork to show it. To say, look,
I don't expect Phil Spencer to really. I mean, he'll address it. I don't expect him to go into.
They need that deal to go through.
Yeah, I don't expect them to go like super into it though. It's like, listen, we helped you guys out. You're gonna have it for a little bit.
Then after that, you gotta come to Xbox to play it. Like, it just is.
Figure it out. Yeah. Hey, Jokes, did you grab them pictures of that new Elite controller, man?
I surely did.
Hey, pop those up there. We're gonna talk a little bit more Xbox stuff, and then we're gonna move on. We got the Nintendo stuff to talk about from their stream today, and PlayStation stuff from the day. So, a couple of things. Microsoft announced a new version of the Elite 2 controller. So the Elite Core controller. I don't know if you have a picture of that, Jokes, but
I was trying to get the John to come up, but it doesn't like it wants to let me.
It's not like you. Like me. The Elite Core controller. Did you see this, Sin?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a smart idea. I think it's a great idea on the back of having a PlayStation have just announced their kind of version of this same thing, right? Mm-hmm. So rather than package all the extra stuff that comes with the controller, the case, the charging case, all the back paddles, the changeable thumbsticks, and all that kind of stuff, you get the controller. It's $129 for the controller. You can buy the pack to get all the additional stuff with it separately. But also they announced, and you can put that back up there.
Yeah.
That the Elite 2 is coming to Design Labs, and so you will be able to do different colors and things like that for those, and that is exactly what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, buddy. All of our colors. All of our colors.
Exactly.
We got one more. Got one more.
Squad up. Let's go.
Those are our three colors.
Yeah. Let's just ship them all to each of us right now. Let's just go.
Yeah.
We've been ready. We've been asked for I don't know how long at this point now.
Years.
Since Elite 1 came out.
5 years since the first Elite dropped. You know what I mean? So I think that's dope. I think it's good. That's what people have been asking for. So give them what they're asking for. I think that's, that makes sense. Sin, you're a Gun Gray fan.
Yes.
Are you excited about the Gungrave Core game?
Yes.
Did you see it's coming day one of the Game Pass?
I did not see that, but that just made me a lot more happy this evening.
Guess what?
Game Pass.
Hey, look, I'm so excited now. I played, the last couple joints, since they came out, they weren't VR, whatever. Played those or whatever. I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of the author. They did Trigun, which is one of my favorite animes of all time. So I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like looking forward to this.
I am not sure what this game actually is yet. But it almost doesn't matter.
It doesn't for me. I'm just gonna play it.
I'm with it. So Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm fair to middling on the Direct, but jokes. You seem to have been excited about it, so talk to me about it. Tell me about the Direct and what it was that excited you. I mean, I can run down. I got the list. Look, Fire Emblem Engage. I'm assuming that you're super excited about that. Are you excited about It Takes Two coming to the Switch?
No, I'd play it on the box first.
Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse.
Actually, look pretty good. That's okay.
You play Fatal Frame games? Have you played a Fatal Frame?
I've never played Fatal Frame before.
Really?
I will not play a Fatal Frame. So
I know that.
I knew you were.
I'll tell you right now, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3, new hero, the second wave of the expansion pass is coming. Y'all already have the expansion pass?
No, I didn't buy the joint. I'm running through the first one right now. I don't want to grab it until I've gone through them. I'm nearing the end of the first one. Yeah, so I'm running through it. But I am definitely looking forward to it.
SpongeBob, the Cosmic Shape.
That's for jokes.
Nah.
Fitness Boxing, Fist of the North Star.
Not even a little bit. Throw that shit to the moon.
Oddballers.
I thought that was interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Off of just some like extra life. That was the first thing that popped in my head type of thing, like to play. But other than that, whatever.
Tunic. Coming 9/27 against already on Game Pass. That's cool. They're getting it. Front Mission remakes. You Front Mission guys in?
Yes, I owned the first one, so I did like to see
being remade.
I did like to see that, yeah. So I'm definitely interested in that.
Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life.
I'm interested.
Sound like anything, Sin?
I'm interested. Yes.
First Splatfest, first Splatoon 3, gear, grub, or fun. What thing would you bring to the cookout? Gear, grub, or fun?
I'm not a Splatoon
Octopath
guy.
Traveler 2.
Yes.
I was surprised to see that, but that was.
I need to look to see if that one is going to be exclusive to Switch first, or if it's coming to everything, like how Octopath eventually came to.
I feel like it'll stay on the Switch probably first, and then let it at least a year.
That's what I'm thinking, jokes.
Yeah, and then let it come to everything else.
Faith Farm.
Interested.
Okay. Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line. That was the
Final Fantasy one.
Where Enix.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just Final Fantasy, but
like
the
titles.
Game, kind of. No, not really. Okay.
I'm good with that.
Show Mario and Rabbids again. Rune Factory.
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually.
Yes. And the announcement of Rune Factory 3. Yes.
All right, jokes. N64 games. Why are you excited? Are you an N64 guy, man?
I feel like N64. So I think that was between the N64 and the PlayStation 1. I think those are probably the first consoles that I really got into that I can truly say that, I remember playing X, Y, and Z amount of games. Don't get me wrong. Like Super Nintendo, I played a fair amount of games on it. I can tell you, but as a child, I probably finished all of one of those games on Super Nintendo.
All of none.
But N64, I definitely have a lot of the time, like Pilot Wings when they had announced that, Wave Race when they had announced that. Like I played all of those. This time I'm super excited that they're putting Pokemon Stadium on the Switch.
Of course.
Shocker.
Let's be honest.
Shocker.
Bro.
Come on.
There was no shocker.
Be honest, bro. That's what you're actually excited about. Like
there was some
you don't care about Pilot Wings, bro.
I enjoyed the hell out of Pilot Wings.
They said Pilot Wings. I got excited. Like
I enjoyed the hell out of
Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings, Wave Race, like all the when they came out, I don't know. It's different. What was the Beetle Buggy Racing? Like I enjoyed that show too.
See some face.
Is that a what or is that a what? Beetle Buggy? I don't remember the actual name of it. You race buggies. I don't know if you remember this game.
The only thing I care about.
He gotta look it up. Yeah, he don't know that.
Beetle Buggy Race. I'm about to type that in.
I think that's what it was. I don't remember the actual name of it.
Buggy.
Goldeneye. That's it.
He ain't played
that. Which is cool. Oh, nah. Let me tell you something, Sin. A cat's getting smoked, bruh, in the facility.
Dog.
Proximity mines, bro.
Oh, we're gonna have to play
no odd job.
We're gonna have to play it on the Switch, though.
No odd job.
No, we don't have to play it on the Switch. We had to play it on the box, on Game Pass.
But it
with the upgrade, bro.
It don't have the online. We're gonna have to all go to one of somebody's house. That's the only issue. The Xbox version doesn't have the online.
I don't believe it.
Look, I've read it. It doesn't have the online aspect.
Because you're getting real aggressive right now. Like you pointing real hard in your voice. So
hey,
find the
Jokes.
article.
Hey, Jokes, pull the receipts. Jokes, pull the receipts. Pull the receipts, Jokes.
I'm gonna pull.
Hey, dog, don't. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
You being real.
Nope, I saw that, and it says that it did not. Hold up. Let me see, because I think I shared the
receipts. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying pull up the receipts.
Hold up. Let me find the post. Where's that?
Mm-hmm. Go down to the Twitter sphere, you know.
So they specifically say for the Xbox One, you get split screen local multiplayer, but you do not get the online. Hold on, let me go find the other article.
Who says that though? Where does it say that you don't get online?
That was that
newjoker.com?
No, it was Rare that posted it. Shut your mouth.
Oh my god.
Hold up. No, because I've read it and hold up, let me find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm on Rare's post. Hold up. Let me find where it was on there.
I don't see that it doesn't. I don't see that anything saying it doesn't. It doesn't.
Only the Switch has online multiplayer, so there's people responding to it. Let me find.
Saying that, like, where are they seeing that? I know that they specifically called that out on the Switch, but I mean, let's be honest, dog. The Switch has the worst multiplayer of any.
I know, and that's what scares me.
And so that doesn't make any sense to me, considering that Microsoft is literally like, yeah, we worked to get this game on there, and also the fact that they're like, even if you don't have Game Pass, if you own Rare Replay, you get to download this for free.
Look at your focus.
No, because I saw it.
I seen it.
No, I seen it.
I seen it somewhere. I tell y'all I did. I'm not a liar.
I just feel like I know specifically
Windows Central, but there's a catch. GoldenEye Remaster has been announced for Xbox.
Yeah.
The remaster will include improved graphics and split-screen local multiplayer, but no online multiplayer for the Xbox release.
Like, where are they getting that from, though? I mean, listen, is it Jess Corden? Who's on?
Here you go. Here you go. MSN. Here you go. Super reputable. GoldenEye 007 online multiplayer is exclusive to the Switch.
Windows Central is reputable. That's why I asked him if it's Jess Corden. Relax, bro.
No, this is super reputable. I'm not lying to y'all.
Y'all see, he's so aggressive, y'all.
Yeah, because I'm pissed.
Y'all think I'm bullshitting down here. I'm not. I know what I saw.
Oh, apparently the Xbox Game Pass version also came out today.
I don't see that. I'm looking at I'm on news.xbox.com, and at the bottom of this joint it says coming soon as part of Game Pass. And it says at the bottom of the article, the very last one says, whether you're a veteran player or a rookie agent heading into the field, GoldenEye 007 is a legendary gaming experience that deserves not to be missed. We'll have more information, including just when you can expect to step into 007 shoes to share soon. That's and y'all know I literally just read to y'all everything that was new in Game Pass before we started this, like off my screen, and that definitely wasn't there.
That's what they put, but nah. But yeah,
is the 007 news more exciting than Breath of the Wild 2 Tears of the People joint?
Tears of the Kingdom?
It depends on the people. Like,
let's watch it.
It depends on your preference.
Let's take a look. How much of the first one did you play through, Jokes?
Maybe like 3 to 4 hours worth. I just, for some reason, I'm not a Zelda person. I don't know what it is.
That's cool.
I think I did 1/3 of it, maybe a little bit more.
A third of it?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Yeah.
They do a good job of making it feel super epic.
And he was moving.
He was running pretty hard. There's no HUD. I think they're hiding those things specifically. I mean, it's cool. This isn't really trying to show you anything. This is just giving you the name because we didn't have a name prior to that. So I really think that's all this is doing, and I don't know that. I mean, it's cool.
Stu Marcus is on it. Goldeneye Saturdays.
Hey, bro.
Goldeneye Fridays.
Don't play with me.
Karate Chop Sundays.
What? I know.
He wanted to smoke.
You still want to smoke? No, you don't. No, you don't, dog. You don't want to smoke. I mean, listen, we could jump on Perfect Dark and jump in the facility and play right now.
Oh, I haven't played.
Look at Sam. Like,
hey, here you go. James, here you go bringing up shit. Talking about Perfect Dark. You talking about bringing out like the perfect Sims. You talking about like going hard, bro. Hey.
Best bots ever made in the game.
Ever. Turtle Sim, Perfect Sim, Dark Sim.
Bot?
Oh my God. Revenge Bot? Oh my gosh. You kill him, he only focuses on getting you back. Dog.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The joint that only goes after, there's a bot that only goes after whoever has the most kills. There was a joint that only goes after whoever has the least amount of kills.
Yep.
There's a joint that only goes after the person who killed them last. There's a dog. Them
joints was annoying, but they were so dope.
Incredible, bro. Incredible. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Bayonetta 3, you sized?
Band of the Three.
Bayonetta 3, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes. I said Band of the Three. I was like, what the hell was that? I didn't see that on Nintendo Direct today.
My man was super thinking about that joke.
Band of the Three, yeah.
I think it's cool. I saw that Sifu was coming, which was a PlayStation exclusive. So I had to look to see if that's going to other platforms, period, because I know it was PlayStation and PC. So the fact that it's coming to Switch, it does make me wonder whether or not it's coming to Xbox. And if it's not, I bet you that's a deal that they did on purpose to try to keep that from happening.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to.
How about Tekken?
Tekken?
I mean, just what they showed, it looked good. So.
I mean, it's Tekken. I mean, I'm excited to get a new Tekken. But
how do we feel about Tekken? That's how we feel about Tekken. This is how we feel about Tekken. I believe this is the first Tekken that's in Unreal Engine. And I'm gonna say it again. I think this is the most impressive point we've seen all day.
No, it was the most impressive joint from the show.
Having just finished,
it wasn't my favorite, but yes, the most impressive by far. Which was garbage.
Nah, I like that though. But
fight.
Exactly what you expect from Tekken. It was people fighting. The King of Iron Fist Punch. It was DJ. Exactly what the story in the game is. I can't find any issues. I don't know what you were expecting, but I can't find any issues.
Yeah, no heart. Like the action scenes didn't feel nothing from the action scenes.
Action scenes were just like watching somebody play this.
Yeah,
Now, if you was a 10 hit, like I'm watching, like, oh snap, here come the 10 hit. I'm calling voice out, like I know what I'm saying. They doing an actual move, like nah, that joint was on point. Like,
I saw the 10 hits. I saw him doing it, and that's the one thing I like about it. But that CG from it left no.
See that right there. Like being anime. I thought the one was fine. I thought they did a good job. But again, it ain't nothing to write home about. Like I'm not going out telling, oh man, you gotta watch the Tekken show. I'm not telling nobody, oh, you gotta go watch the Tekken anime. Not at all. But it was like cool. It was cool to just have on in the background, like you know, chilling. You know, whatever. The fights were what they were, and you know, my man lost his mom, and he had to go fight to get his mom. And Hachi's a jerk, and always has been. It's nothing we didn't already know. Like it's just like you know what I'm saying. So like walking into it, it's kind of like, well, I already know what's happening.
It was just what I expected. Storyline wise, it was the best out of those, whether it's CG or it's animated, whatever, like adaptations of Tekken. It was the best one storyline wise. But after that, like it fell short in a lot of areas.
The only surprise for me in that entire joint was that they let Ling Xiaoyu beat Nina. That was it. That's the only joint I was like, that was the one joint I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Other than that, it was like, it was cool. Then she got mollywop, which was also cool. Like, I was good with that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you don't get to see. It's just too many characters. It's like 45 characters in Tekken or whatever. Like, you can't do all of that. You can't follow everybody. You can't.
I hate how they ran through like just
dig into like this stuff after the fact with like, you know, some of the characters like Bob ain't in there at all.
I don't know how to introduce some of the characters. Like they just use as in a flashback. Like, oh yeah, he was going to school and that's how he met Warang and like just how they like it was how they did.
Well, what else you gonna do? It's 6 episodes. Like what else you gonna do?
Well,
at least they got the fight.
Another point.
They technically fought twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it needs to be a lot more than that, and a bunch of other things. But
I don't. This is where I don't think that joint deserved to be more than that. I don't think Tekken needs an anime that runs longer than that. That joint doesn't need to be a series. They don't need to turn it into no, like, you know, like we don't need to come back and revisit it. I don't need a part 2. It's cool. They could have just let it be a movie. Like that joint could have been an OVA. I didn't really need 6 episodes.
They could have just not done it.
Give me an hour, maybe 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get through it. Move. But that joint was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool, yeah. There was not enough for me to be like, oh, this joint. At no point was I was like, oh, this joint is terrible. That never happened.
Right.
In the last joint, that joint was terrible. This joint's cool. It's cool. Like I think if you like Tekken, if you like Jin, and you know, you want to see him get beat up a lot and look the same a lot throughout this joint, knowing that he's gonna win at the end because that's how the story goes. Like, it's cliche. It's anime. It has all the regular anime tropes. That's how I feel about it. It wasn't that bad. It was cool. That's all. Jokes, did you watch it?
Nope.
All right, that's your homework.
You're good, bro. Go watch Gundam. Go watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Don't worry about that. You already seen it.
I'll watch either one of those beforehand.
Get him to the Tekken joint.
Go refresh on Bleach.
You said?
Do you play Tekken?
It's been. I haven't played it. I played Mortal Kombat more than I played Tekken.
You know.
The only time, you know what? I'll tell you exactly when I played
Tekken.
No, I'll tell you when I did play it. When they released Noctis from Final Fantasy the anime, I jumped in at that point. I don't know. I jumped in at that point. But otherwise, yeah, I never.
He was,
I was more
fluke.
I was more of a Mortal Kombat. I've always been more Mortal Kombat than anything else. So I got Tekken. I think it was
Mortal Kombat's your favorite fighting game? I don't think I've ever seen you play Street Fighter.
I played Street Fighter, and I don't know when I last played Street Fighter.
You didn't really come up on fighting games.
Nah. I would play like when I went to Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, Sin, listen. Went off his head like, that's what's wrong with him. Like, I
saw hey, Jay, in my brain, I was like, yeah, that explains a lot.
Hey, look, but hey, listen. Not that Joke's not good at him. Like, he's good at
facts.
Nah. Yeah. Not that he's not good at him. Yeah. Just, he didn't.
Yeah, I just didn't get into him like that.
So what's your favorite fight game? You said what's your favorite fight game?
You know what? It's funny. It's funny though, Jokes, because you're so competitive. Mm-hmm. Like you really like to play like multiplayer games against other people, and that's all fighting.
That's all straight it is. No, you're right.
Like, so it just like that would have been like you would have got
thing.
Like it would have been
especially when I was whooping you last year at MagFest. You know what I mean? Like you think that would be a thing before you cheated. You know,
you're just mad because I beat you with your.
Because you cheated. Because you cheated. I'm just saying. I'm just
What was the name of that game?
Hey, dog, but listen.
I don't know. I wouldn't bought the game after we left that. You didn't.
I didn't.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
Yes.
Though. Yes. We had this discussion then. He doesn't understand the rules because he did not grow up playing fighting games. Like
I'm sorry.
You see what I'm saying? Like we literally just had this. He didn't.
Nah.
We missed that whole
era. Yeah.
I think you're just mad because I can use your character better than you can. I think that's the problem.
No, you can't.
I think that's what the problem is.
Hey, dog. Well, I think the problem is that you didn't buy the version of it like you said you was going to, Joe, so we could redo this and have that face off. So let's just take care of that.
We just need to redo that. All right.
You heard it here, folks.
Look, he says that he's not going to do it.
I know.
Well, I will. I certainly will.
Here, folks.
Like, I bought it. It is downloaded not only on my PS4, but my PS5 as well. Like, I uploaded
I haven't downloaded on my PS5 yet.
You haven't downloaded yet. Don't stop that capping. Come on now. You haven't downloaded PS4 yet.
I don't got that joint. Don't downstairs.
Okay.
What's that joint called, Jokes?
I already asked him what the name of it. He don't even know what the name of it is.
It was like Into Birth something. I don't know. I just know that joint was cool. Nonetheless, Jokes. I think we need to do some Tekken lessons. That's what I think.
I'm down for that.
Hey, listen. Listen. Here's the thing, Zaina. You could probably whoop Jokes.
Hey, I ain't gonna say that she won't. She got them hands.
You need to give you the name, Jokes, so that you can.
Was Tekken 8 the best thing they showed at the State of Play?
Looking, so. Yes. Not my favorite, yes. So
probably so.
Best looking by far.
God of War was there. We already knew about God of War. So I mean, we knew about Tekken 8, but they hadn't gotten anything from it yet. So
Rise of Ronin looks dope.
Mm-hmm. You already know my favorite was the
Stellar Blade looks like it could be dope, but it looks like
that looks so good.
I don't know who that is that's making that, and I don't have any faith in him right now. It looks like it could be a platinum game. The look of it looks good, but right now, like watching it, like looking at it in motion, it doesn't feel like the timing doesn't seem right. Like it doesn't look like it feels good to play. Like Bayonetta feels good to play. Stellar doesn't look like it feels good to play. It looks like it looks good to watch. So if they get that straight, I might be all over it. The Ragnarok controller is whack. We're not even looking at that.
They could at least done some type of plates for the
PlayStation
PS5.
Hogwarts Legacy joint, the Haunted, that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. Star Wars PSVR.
It's interesting. It's
not. It's really not. That's not.
If I already had one, maybe. but not enough to pull me in.
Yeah, oh no, I wouldn't buy the VR just for that. No.
I'm waiting to see if there's any backlash from the PlayStation Stars thing and the announcement of the digital collectibles, which again just look like they're saying we're gonna have NFTs without saying we're doing NFTs.
Yeah.
So I think that remains to be seen
digital
what
item.
that really means. Because they really just look like little spinning icons, which is basically all NFTs are. Like,
if that's the case, we'll go play Astro's Playroom because there's plenty of them in there.
I mean, that's true. Listen, let's wrap the show up. Jokes, you got a job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You were about to do your job.
Yeah.
Hey.
Once again, y'all, check out the Beacons link. Hit that. Follow us across the board everywhere we are. We greatly appreciate it if you would do that. We would also appreciate it if you would share. If you happen to go to any place where we have a social media presence and you see anything we post that you like, go through the archives. Check out the old stuff. You see something that you think is cool, throw it in your stories. You know what I'm saying? Share that with other people for us. We greatly appreciate that. We're just looking to kind of fight the algorithms. That's all we're doing, fighting the algorithms these days. So you got a job to do.
Yeah, so let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Deutsch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, and Jonathan Sosa. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
We do. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us this evening, for kicking it with the team. Hey, listen, man, I beats and beatdowns, I don't know. It's out of my hands. I don't have to do with that.
It's coming in the near future. It's coming in the near future.
My nose in places, but we'll see. But yes, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. Hey, Jokes.
Yo.
What's going on with wrestling? There's stuff that's happening in wrestling. Are you doing a show based on wrestling?
We've been doing the finisher. We're up to episode 5. So me and Marcus been putting in work talking about that. This next episode we're gonna do is gonna be a lot with all the like CM Punk and all that type of stuff that's been going down. Probably gonna have a guest on there. Wait for a response back from that. But I think we're gonna do a watch party for the next AEW pay-per-view.
Hey.
So
freshly squeezed.
It's freshly squeezed on it. I was about to say that.
Squeezed. So I just got to make sure I want to be off that day, so I ain't got to worry about it. But I think we may do the watch party again for it.
Okay, looking forward to
that. I like that. Sin Anime Vault. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this Thursday 1 p.m. Y'all know what it is. I'm doing Wicked City this week, and I struggled a lot with this one. I will say my feelings about it. So definitely tune in to see where I landed at on this one. This was a tough one.
Dirty classic.
It is, but this was probably the most difficult one I had to do since I've started. To be completely honest,
not the live action joint.
No, the animated one. No, animated one. Just a lot of conflictions with story, characters, just where I was then as opposed to where I am now. Like just a lot of that. So definitely.
What's happening in Anime Club? What's going on in Thriller Park?
Thriller Park, we're getting close to the end of another, and oh my gosh, this has been amazing to watch with everybody. We're doing episodes 8 and 9 this week. We were supposed to do 3 episodes last week, but where we left off, the cliffhanger was so intense. Everybody was like, "No, we got to go to the next one at least to finish this off." So we did that. So we're only doing 2 episodes this week, and we'll knock it out with the last 3 in the following week. But this is a really good show. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it's not safe for work. It is it gets gruesome, but like it as far as a thriller, horror, all that type of stuff,
checks those marks.
It does. It really does, and it keeps you looking forward to the next episode, trying to put all the pieces together. So it's a great viewing to watch with us, 100%.
Again, Loading Sacks Movie Club, movie of the month, the original Little Mermaid. Job balls on it. We're going to be talking about it. Look for that coming up this month. Again, if you are,
I am not Marcus. I have to catch up.
I already got him about that before we started this, Marcus.
Patron, then please make sure you go in and give us your suggestions for question of the month. We will be recording that shortly. Actually, I think we decided we're doing that next Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Please keep your eyes and ears peeled for Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler Boys.
Every Monday, dropping new episodes as they relate to She-Hulk. Obviously, we'll be doing the same thing for Andor. As that comes out, you know, we're trying to stay on top of it. So just kind of keep your eyes and ears peeled. Look for those on Mondays. Again, this show live on Monday next week.
Yes.
If for some reason that changes, we'll let you know. But as of right now, Monday is the day. I don't expect it to change. We're looking to have a really cool guest on. So thank you again for hanging out with us this evening. It's been a long show. We had a lot to talk about. There was a lot to cover. I'm positive there will be more. There's a lot more happening. TGS is coming. Tokyo Game Show is coming. Paris Games Week is coming. Obviously, again, we have many conventions that are up and coming. So, again, keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ears open. We are moving and shaking. Jokes, can you take us out, please?
I think I can. So, just remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
What's a plan? Well thought out plan?
It was planned.
I know what it's supposed to be. You would think I have a well thought out plan when I ask, right?
Some points of me just does this on purpose now because this shit's just hilarious.
Well, we lost sin. It's over, y'all. We got me out. Toodles and lose.
I'm letting this record. I want all your laughs.